Almighty God, you search us and know us. May we rely on your strength and rest on you in the weakness, now and in all our days. We ask this through Jesus Christ our Lord. A reading from the Gospel according to Luke. Now all the tax collectors and sinners were coming to listen to Jesus, and the Pharisees were grumbling and saying, "This fellow welcomes sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. Which of you, having 100 sheep and losing one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? When he has found it, he lays it on his shoulder and rejoices. When he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I found my sheep that was lost." Just so I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who have no need of repentance. Or what woman having 10 silver coins, if she loses one of them, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and search carefully until she finds them? When she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I found the coin that I had lost." Just so I tell you, there will be joy in the presence of angels of God over one sinner who repents. Today's reading could be called The Foolishness of God. No shepherd in his right mind is going to leave 99 sheep and chase after the one that's lost. It just makes no financial sense, makes no sense for the job. The one that's lost might get back, might not, but it's lost, but the 99 are what need to be protected. But yet here God is willing to leave the 99 to go after the one. Shows his great love for the one. And in churches quite often that's really quite a difficult thing. That people get upset when perhaps someone is given special treatment, or people spend time worried about someone who is perhaps they feel is a periphery to the church, who seems to get so much concern and pastoral care and from everyone, and yet do they really deserve it? But that is the church following God here. And then they can say, "Rejoice for me, for I found my sheep that was lost." The other one is, if that's the foolishness of God, perhaps the great value that we are to God. The parable of the lost coin is about a woman who loses one of her silver coins. Now this isn't her housekeeping money or her pocket money. The silver coins, the jewelry that women would have worn in Jesus' time and still do in other cultures today, is their dowry. It is the money that belongs to them. And of course, in Jesus' day, there weren't banks, there weren't checking books, there weren't credit debit cards or Apple Pay or Google Pay. Coins were how people had their wealth. And so that money that she would have worn around her head or around her neck or around her waist was her money if anything went wrong. If her husband died, she got thrown out. Anything where she lost the support of her husband, it was her dowry, her money, to keep her alive and to give her a life of her own. So when she loses this, she's just not, as I say, losing a little bit of money. This is something highly precious to her, something that is her absolute need, her absolute sense that she has some hope if some things go wrong. And so when she finds it, the joy of finding it. And again, I think the indication is that this is who God sees us to be. God sees us as ultimately precious. And if we are lost, he searches for us and rejoices when he finds us.